Ich, ni, san, shi, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Japanese, and we are very specifically on the third one, Ich, ni, san, the New Tale of Zatoichi from 1963, also known as Shin Zatoichi Monogatari, pretty much. Well, it's that from Kadokawa Pictures. Our we now follow our hero as he makes his way into a town where he discovers an old friend that is playing extremely son because their business closed, and now the wife and son are forced to perform on the street. So, at the same time, Ichi manages to find a sensei, the one who came before him to teach him how to do everything. I'm like, okay, now we're getting some interesting dynamics, and that's what is in this film. It's like, I guess you could call it the definition of a man between honor and what happens when one goes corrupt for money and are willing to put themselves into a situation in order to obtain 300 Rio, which is, a dang good amount of money. So what follows is some corruption going on behind the scenes, and the sensei that named Bono, not Bono, Banno, as he is teaching a whole bunch of students. The way of the art said, yeah, none of my students are able to match what you did, Ichi, but at the same time, there's a little bit more going on because Bono has a younger sister who is going to get married so that way Bono can get some prestige, like a title and stuff like that. But she doesn't want it. Instead, sees Ichi as a more honorable man, and I would have to agree. Yes, he is he is definitely honorable here. The story is more personal. It's not like there's a lot. There are stakes involved, but there's like not that big of a climactic finale. It's what I guess the same time we have the Japanese women were treated way back when, and it's still kind of going on today, but not nearly as extreme. And what they choose to do. So, as all this is going on, we can actually get some good acting from Shintaro Tereo. I think the Ichi's actor very well. Where the camera zooms in on his face and he talks about that he's a man who is exiled. He's not exactly exiled from the samurai, but he wanders around trying to avoid them, and so he has to live with his everything that he's committed. And so you do not want a man like me, as I am, not exactly corrupt, but it's like, yeah, I may have some honor about me, but I still have some things of the ex-Yakuza that I am. So I'm just thinking about that. I'm like, dang, it's a good reflection right there. When the camera zoomed down him, and when we have the Yayoi, I think her name is, she does a good job of trying to act as a balance to Ichi, who is starting to really fall in love, and I'm like, okay, I like what's going on here. But we also get to see some of the personal life going on with them. Is like, oh, okay, so you have all these students right here, but then one of them gets kidnapped. I'm like, okay, here we go. Now it's starting to make sense. There's a whole bunch of samurai are trying to capture him, and it's power struggles, but it's within this one town. So this movie feels like it is what's the word I'm looking for? It's like the stakes are there, but it's on a more personal level, which I appreciated. Obviously, towards the end, when it's like when one of the students were kidnapped, it's like, hey, we have no business with you, beat it. So then has to go tell Sensei and everything, and it's like the guy he's like in a little carrying case or whatever. I don't know. I forgot what it's called. So it's ultimately in the end where, with the massive bounty in order to get him kidnapped, it's like 10 Rio or 300 Rio, whatever it is. There's a stake. There's like the final. There's a climax where the people get slashed with a sword. It's not like the katana, but it's one that's held like this, and that Ichi can use, where he goes around almost like a dagger. I forgot its exact title. That's how he's able to perform all the actions very well, and that Shintaro does very, very good. There's also the time when real swords were still used in during Japanese filming processes, which is thankfully outlawed nowadays because of all the dangers that they could pose. So to be able to have that and do it, and I'm just thinking, I'm like, God bless them. Like, geez, oh Pete, God bless America. That's insane. I mean, and in the ending, it lasts just a little bit. I'm like, okay, so we get the resolution where ultimately it's told that, yeah, that Ichi says, yes, I am that man. I am the kind of rough man, not the subdued, suave gentleman, if you will, which is like, yeah, I could see where this is going. So, I mean, this is still a dang good movie. Like I said, it's personal. We even get some scenes of like, where in the beginning, where the boss in the second movie, his brothers come in and proclaim revenge. But I guess that the brother takes pity on them during an odds evens game, which I forgot what the title was I mentioned in the first one. So yeah, then he gets killed. He gets executed by Bano. And I'm just like, what is just like this guy isn't as honorable as he is. This is like during the feudal era of Japan and everything, but there's no Bushido here that he follows. So I'm just like, yeah, he attacks an unarmed man. I'm just like, yeah, I kind of can't wait to see this scumbag happen to it. So, we get to see Bar, we get to see them drink. It's like we get to see more of this personal story happening and all the corruption and everything. So yeah, some people may not like. I guess. You want a little bit more actual chanbara going on. I mean, you get like the students and everything, get a couple demonstrations, but I don't know, maybe just a little bit more would have been interesting, but that's just me. I mean, I enjoyed this one. This is the third of 26th, so yeah, definitely give New Tale Zatoichi Shin Zatoichi Monogatari a watch.